Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just sharing the stream link around real quick. Alright, making sure link is everywhere. Yeah, today's gonna be light. There isn't any economic data today for the U.S. at least. There was like oil news and other, prices moving and stuff, but there wasn't actually news coming out on yields, oil, or any economic events. So today was actually kind of boring. If you want to just talk about news today, though, they do have some earnings. Before open today, you had ON, which is a big semiconductor. You had McDonald's, which is, McDonald's. I don't think anybody doesn't know who that is. And then SoFi, SOFI Bank. So a very big bank, or not very big in terms of other banks, but still very important. And then you have a couple more after hours: ANET, Well, SPG, Pinterest, BCH, LSCC, Peak, and many others. So we'll go over those as well later on. No economic news, no other big news besides that. Let's see, anything else? Nope, that's it. All right, that's everything. Good morning, Garden. Good morning, Shadow, Mel, Sandollar, Zaytoven, and Daffy. Good morning to each and every one of you. Top of the morning to you, Zay. But yes, good morning. How many of you read the weekly watch list and actually went through it? There was a lot of breakdowns on different things, so hopefully you enjoyed it all. What's up, Maddie? What's up, John? What's up, Adam? How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all had a good, relaxing weekend. Yeah, but that's really not that important, Sandollar. That's why I'm saying there's not really any economic data coming out today. That's really not gonna do much. Also, it's so not important that it's not even on my news. I have it set to show me just high and medium news, which means it's probably low importance. Again, I'm just focused on the major important stuff, which even if that does cause reaction, great. I'm not gonna, let it be the end of the world or anything. We're not gonna panic. But yeah, like I said, not really that much important news coming out. It's really just focused on waiting for Apple earnings Thursday, and I don't even want to dive into it. I'll let you guys read the weekly watch list if you guys want. There's a big breakdown for anybody who cares about news. There's a huge breakdown just for you. Good morning, Kem. Good morning, who did I miss? E. Good morning, Alexis. What's up, OA83? Good morning, good morning. And thank you guys for all the messages over the different social medias. It definitely is very nice. Appreciate that. And yeah, we have SPY up this morning. They are well above 411.50s. They are even above 412.85. So we're basically going to be focused on what, guys? If you guys have been paying attention to the order of operations, what are the first two things we're focused on? The next two things around price. So what would that be? 412.85 and the previous day high supply. So if we can get a break over this or any rejections of this, so we're going to be either looking for one, break over and higher lows, or rejections and lower highs. That's what we'll be looking at around here. 412.85, we either want to see one, a continued hold like we're already seeing, or two, we'll see them break this, and that'll be an initial breakout for bears to try to push lower. But right now we are up. I think a lot of people are going to ask, why is the market up today? And honestly, guys, it's because nothing happened. Nothing severe really happened this weekend. Nothing set us back. There's nothing new. And there wasn't anything really weighing for the market here on Monday. So everyone's kind of focused on the next pieces of economic data coming out this week. There's a lot. And then two, Apple earnings. There's big Apple earnings on Thursday. So people are more focused on the middle to second half of this week. Good morning, Queen Sylvia. How you doing? Doing well, and yourself? Doing well as well. Doing well as well. Good morning, Taylor. Watching Microsoft to fill that gap. That's what Mel just said. Morning, Jacko. Morning, King Carnage. Good morning to everyone. Hopefully you guys rested up enough. Hopefully you guys had a decent enough weekend. Hopefully Sunday night. And you guys could tell I posted the weekly watch list very early on, so it gave you plenty of time to catch up. Plenty of time to review what's going on the next day and across this next week, really. But I hope a lot of you guys enjoyed that. Be sure to thumbs up the stream. And let me know if you did read the weekly watch list. I'd love to see who all read it and who didn't. Checking those watch lists serious. Sandollar said 47 watching, yay. Please mash the like button. What does that say? Oh, you got the yellow star. It says member for 6 months. I don't think you just got that though, right? You read it 3 times. Gotta make sure I got it. Recharted and refreshed. Good stuff. That's exactly the method we do around here. We refresh, get everything re-going again, all the charts, re-maintenance, all that stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. Correct. Oh, okay. Damn, we got so many yellow stars in here now. Great read as always. Great to hear. Great to hear. As you guys can see, I was a little OCD with this week's weekly watch list. I was randomly control being tickers and just important information that I thought needed to be seen a little bit more, detailed inside of everything. And then when I did the bigger time frame breakdowns on these 10 charts here from Apple all the way to UNH, I'm trying not to give you guys too much. Like typing. I want to give you guys just kind of a brief explanation and then show the chart that has all the information on it. So hopefully you guys also enjoy that. It was a little bit easier for me to do because there's like literally 13 charts to post and then all the chart links and all that stuff. So it's a lot, but it was pretty fun. It does take me about 40 minutes to make just because of how much is on there. And I do actually sit here and take my time to type out my actual thoughts, not just anything that's like, pre-orchestrated or anything. Why is there a... Oh, there we go. All right. But bigger time frame SPY. Let's look at that real quick. Market's about to open in 2 minutes. Basically, guys, we lost a major shoulder, and right now we're at a higher open to where we either form a third black crow. So if we were to make a new low today, that would be 3 black crows. That would be the bearish continuation pattern on your screen today. If we opened where we open and we close under yesterday's lows, that will be a 3 black crows. That's very, very bearish. After we got a bearish kicker too, that would be a pretty impressive combination back to back. So if we don't, let's say, because we're getting a higher open regardless, it doesn't matter how we do that. But we're opening what? Let me put my cursor a little closer. About right here. So we'll be opening at a pretty high portion of the previous day's candle under a pretty major shoulder on the bigger time frame. So like 413 up to 415s, this can be seen as a kind of a sticky area for bulls until we see better higher lows, better basing, really just more information on more time frames. So I don't know if I just randomly start buying every dip you see. I would be very careful. because we are under support still, even with this higher open. So that's just something you need to be aware of. It's just nice to know that. Go down to the smaller time frames again. 2-day, 5-minute, and you can see it's kind of the same story, just on another note. You know, we're at a higher open. We got a really nice, good higher low. We got a really good amount of basing here, really good amount of basing here. So there's pre-market's not ugly. Pre-market looks great. But we're right under that previous day high supply. We're in pretty much the same seat on bigger and smaller time frame right now. So you really need to give yourself a little bit of time before really getting too bullish on this. But at the same time, you don't just want to randomly jump into shorts, because there's not much risk reward here until we actually see a break of 41150s or the break of previous day lows. But I hope you guys enjoy that breakdown and the game plan for the day. We also have charts for SPX and triple Qs, which we'll look at here in a second. I take off extended hours because we don't need that junk. Lower this to, let's just do 40. There we go. Triple Qs though, this is how they look. They're getting a higher open over 347.50s. And then we have SPX, which I'm about to post all three of these real quick in the Discord so people can see what they look like at open. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Isn't that nice? Alright, so main focus is going to be SPY. This is the previous day high supply, previous day low demand. Everything else is in between. And yeah, pretty significant fib today. Whoops. There we go. Alright, so 412.15, 411.70s. This is the big area for if they do pull back, where are they most likely going to retest. But let's see, they want to try their hand at previous day high supply first. They're already up there and touching it. I read it. Awesome. Thank you, E. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, anybody who read the weekly watch list. Good morning, Rambo. Good morning, Mighty One. Good morning, Brian. What's up, peoples? How you doing? If you are a member of the channel, by the way, make sure you guys check out some of the recent videos. We did have 2 uploads for you last Friday. I know a lot of you guys didn't get to check it out yet because it was the weekend. You know, everybody just wanted to get to chill. But definitely check those out. One of them was how to read intraday trend. And then the other one was growing as a seasoned trader, featuring Mel and his trading journey. So if you want to check either of those out, you definitely can. Good morning, D-Touch. And yeah, we're opening inside of the previous day high supply. Again, if you guys ever need help on getting this supply and demand yourself, you don't know what you're seeing in front of you, you want to learn how to do it yourself, you don't want to rely on doing it from the streams, go to videos, go to the search bar. You could go to the search bar first and just type in supply. Where are we at? It's the 5-minute video. Here we go. How to chart using supply and demand areas from previous day in less than 5 minutes. So check this video out. It's very helpful. It's something I do every single day in here. It's part of the Road to Consistency playlist, which again is the playlist we link to everybody that wants to get started with us. It has all the basic videos, kind of leads into more intermediate videos. Then I would say it definitely leads into every video that you will ever need in this group. But of course, there's the other videos across the channel you can check out as well. But you really only need that playlist if you guys have access to it. It's just called Road to Consistency, and it literally gives you every video you'll ever need. Day trading, swing trading, how to chart, how to think about the levels, risk reward, all that good stuff. Let's check some of our sectors, and then we'll check some of our weights. We see Qs are moving higher, SPX is moving higher. All right, so we see Apple up and hitting 170.50. They're already rejecting. I am going to leave the bigger time frame chart on this one for this week, just because of the earnings that's happened this week. So I'm just going to leave this here. We talked about them probably reacting from their earnings and either holding or breaking their demand or reaching their overhead supply if a big reaction was to come from their earnings, which I don't think there will be, but based on some of the earnings that have happened recently, they really could do anything. We've seen some fall to the floor and completely make new lows, or new recent lows, 52-week lows. We've seen a couple of them, like Microsoft, do really, really good moves, but into supply, into a clearer area of resistance. So it is pretty important that we just kind of keep a net around price on Apple. So I'm just going to be focusing on using the bigger time frame levels, and I still have them on a couple of these charts, like Microsoft here, just because they are still trading from their earnings. Nvidia, big pump and dump. Amazon trying to hold above their previous day highs. My voice is going out. It's Monday. That's a great sign. Google tried holding above their previous day highs. Speaking of Google, very, very big pump it open for them. Meta still holding a lot of their gains. Banks are weak. And UNH, one of the bigger healthcare stocks, up against resistance. Let's see what those sectors look like by themselves. So this is like your pure blood tech. Everybody always calls triple Qs tech, but it's just not. I just don't personally like calling it tech because it's not. Triple Qs are not tech. They're a hell of a lot more than that. They're a mixed tech. So this is why I call XLK the pure blood, because it is just going to be just tech stocks. Your Apple and Microsoft sector. So if you want to focus on the more pure blood triple Q, you're going to want to watch XLK. And it's a really good thing to watch in sync with SPY, because it is the largest portion of SPY. XLV, this is your healthcare sector. You can see they're up and trying to hold their opening gains. Same thing for banks. That's what XLF is. Looks like the same story for a lot of these charts right here for discretionary. This is your Amazon, Tesla, Nike, McDonald's, Home Depot sector. Kind of had a brain fart there for a second. Comms breaking their not just previous day high, but their last week's highs. And that would be your Meta, Google, Netflix sector. Very impressive from them right now. So higher open bulls getting a little bit of momentum. We'll see if this continues. Ah. A double inside bar on the daily. So we have an outside, or this is outside, right? Outside of your candle. So you have an inside. And then we have another inside potentially forming. Good catch, D-touch. Very good eye. I'm gonna just leave those levels on. I'm not even gonna bother going to the other one now. SPY's trying to push through previous day high. They're at the very, 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 very top of it. So we'll see if they end up popping this supply and getting a good retest over, or if they just pop over it and we see a flush back through it. As you guys know, that is some of the worst trades to be stuck in. Something that's popping a new, high or a new low going against you. Those are the worst. Never get caught in those trades. Those are the worst. Because you have IV pumping in the opposite direction as you. It's just a very bad feeling. It's a very bad experience. Here in a second, I'll read the briefing update from briefing.com. Jesus Christ, man. If I gotta mess with this music again, we're just not gonna ever have music again. I'm so tired of messing with this shit. Like, holy fuck. I mess with this stupid music volume and this more than you guys actually take the alerts I say. Like, holy fuck. Just no music from now on. How about that? This music sucks. It's still reading the German HICP number to me. I don't know what that even is. I'm not into, I'm sure it's an ECB number related, but still. Oh, here we go. Damn, McDonald's didn't just beat, they beat. Every single thing I'm seeing here, they beat. Except IOM comp sales, that's the only thing that did not beat. Literally every number. They had 5 numbers here. 4 out of 5 of them beat. SPY holding a high, or a new high, sorry, over previous day high supply. If they're going to maintain this, this would be a 40% entry, but again, we don't like those guys. We want to see some better higher lows here, some more information. Remember what we said at the very beginning of the stream. We're opening at resistance at not just the smaller time frames, but also the bigger time frames. If I open that up, you'll see we're right at the next area. So we're right at the area, the shoulder, in which we lost and had a very big move down from. So we'll see. Do we end up holding that or not? If we can get over that, that's a very good sign. If not, well, probably going to see a slowdown, and then you'll see like a second reactive move, and then you'll see a lower high, and then you'll see a flush from that, and then that'll probably be what we get our better bear move from. Or we see them hold it, and they can produce very good higher lows. We can see good moves to the upside. Again, because how do you read intraday trend or trend at all? By reading the highs and lows. Jay said, probably because McDonald's is the only thing people can afford. He is not lying. He also said, XLC Morningwood formation. Netflix still trying to get above pre-market highs. Still first 10 minutes, though. Yeah, that XLC sector's on crack. They're up almost 2% today. Sheesh. All right, that'd be your Meta. And then why Hidden Land was saying Netflix, because that's part of the XLC sector, in case you didn't know. And then Google, which that one had earnings last week. Good eye, man. And also good breakdown on a couple of the tickers there. I always love seeing your name pop up, man. Hope you're doing great, Jay. That's my original Jay, Hidden Land. We got a new Jay as well. Peoples, his name is Jay as well. Yeah, Hidden Land. Hidden Land's one of the guys from I told y'all about that has been around me since before this group even started. I told y'all there was a couple of those guys still hanging around here and there. Jay would be one of them. Jays are just goated. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I've honestly, yeah, I have yet to meet a Jay that just like rubs me the wrong way, you know. I've had this Jay next to me for years. We've had you for, you know, good amount of time. You're pretty loyal so far. We'll see if you stand the test of time. Damn, 8 months, peoples. That's a long time. 8 months on that. That is crazy. I've been doing good. Hope you're doing well. I've been busy with daddy duties. His birthday party this weekend. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I figured you were pretty busy. I mean, you have a pretty good reason, so fair enough. I can't really talk shit or anything. But, man, I'm happy for you, for real. I'm very happy for you and your son. I know you've been actually taking care of that, which I'm sure has been a very, very difficult challenge, but I'm sure you've had a lot of fun doing it. No, respect, man. That's honestly really cool of you. Because some dudes, you know, just give up on that shit. Nerdy Bicep, 3 bars are on the 10-minute are possible at good levels. So if you guys are looking for possible 3-bar plays above good levels, check out that 10-minute that he's looking at right now. Holy crap, that NVIDIA chart is so hard to look at. People are gonna be like, why is it doing that? I'm just gonna assume ON did some crazy shit today. Yep. That would explain it. It's probably caused AMD to react. Yeah, they got all kind of dojis that open too. Okay, so it's not just Nvidia. Everything in that sector is kind of wicking around everything. Which I guess that's not necessarily good or bad for either side yet. Just need to see more information first. Nerdy Bicep said on SPY futures and NASDAQ futures for anybody who's interested. Ah, Kai, that's what's up. He said, I forgot clocks went back yesterday, here anyway. And then somebody said, where? And he said the UK. Then he said, I think America is like November 5th. Great. We all gotta get ready for daylight savings again. That's pretty cool. See, it does help to be in a chat full of people that are from around the world. You get those kind of updates. You don't have to worry about it. I said it before, but it was cool having this chat. Not like, of course it's cool having the chat in general, but it was really cool during COVID because you had like all kinds of like fake news. Seriously, like I know you guys saw it, but there was all kind of crazy news all over the market and around the world. But it was so nice knowing what was right because we had everybody in here. We had people from Australia, the UK, the Middle East, Russia, Ukraine area. We had people from South America, North America, Canada. It was crazy. We had people everywhere. So we had like actual updates on what was happening with COVID. And I remember one of our friends at the time, I don't talk to him as much now, but at the time, he had told us only like 2 or 3 people in all of Australia, or at least in his big area, like tens of thousands of people. He said like 2 people got COVID and they locked down the whole area. And it was like, damn, like imagine if Australia was like the greatest like water export or oil export. Like imagine if they were that big and then like a shutdown happened like that, right? And then that was to shut down oil. That would be crazy, right? Now that was what was happening, but in different countries. So it was just a little cool getting live updates that were actually accurate, not having to worry about reading the market news. It was really interesting. You'd have people over here saying, oh, we're getting it now. Everybody's losing their minds over here. And then I swear some countries, they'd be like, this country's burning on fire. And then you'd ask people from there, yo, how's it going over there? How you doing? I heard it's crazy. And they're like, oh, we're fine. Everything's great. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, what? Oh, so it's not as bad as they're making it seem. You know, so everywhere was different. But it was just kind of cool getting that perspective on things. So far, though, we are still holding bullish continuation over previous day high supply. You do have a bit of a single candlestick retest there with kind of an indecisive candle, and with this positive print following it does make it bullish. So very good sign and retake by bulls so far, but we're only on the short term hand of things because again they've only put in a single candle retest. But nice bullish control so far, cannot deny that. Yeah, triple Qs are doing a lot of the work right now. We'll see if that continues. Sheesh, EMPH is at 81. That's disgusting. I wouldn't touch that one. Leave that one alone for a while. I told y'all too, like I had people saying like, should we buy the dip on it? And then I was like, nah, you should probably leave it alone for a while. And then like a couple days later, it gaps down again. It's like, see, like I didn't know it was gonna gap down again, but it's just it's gonna have weird price action until they figure out where the hell is a fair value for them to base out. And you just don't know that. It doesn't matter what financial calculation you have in front of you, you're not gonna get a perfect number for that stock. At least not yet. You just need more time to go by. Though seeing a big dip like that happen twice does make you kind of remember Meta and Netflix. You know, Meta and Netflix I always remember the most with their gap downs because of the release of Metaverse and how it kind of tore down, and then Netflix with their not just losing of subscriptions but also increased pricing and the whole ad calculations and all that stuff, and all that uncertainty brought the prices of those two stocks down. And they gapped down not just once in a very rapid, violent movement. Then they continued to base out, and a second time they gapped down again in a very violent manner. They didn't just do it, you know, 5, 10, 15 bucks. It was a lot larger than that on both gaps. And I'm pretty sure both now have either retaken both of them or one of them. And it again just shows you how much time can go by before those stocks really find that basing. It took well over a year for both of those companies to keep either continuing down, then slow down and base out, and then reverse back up, or to just find any kind of basing. So it just goes to show you whenever you do get 13, 20, 30% drops in total of a company or of a stock, yeah, it probably should take a, you know, slow down on that one. Wait for it to base out. Wait for it to actually sell you on getting in. Don't just get in because it looks great and there's a big red candle that made it fall. Wait till you actually see something. Wait till you actually see basing, till you see higher lows. But that's patience, and it's a kind of a pain in the ass because that's something that could take months, over a year for all we know, when it comes to ENPH and their size drops. So, but I wanted to talk about that because you'll see those drops happen over all kinds of companies, and it can be very annoying if you're someone who actively watches it or actively tries to trade it, because then you'll experience these large windows of like, oh wait, maybe I should just wait. Like it's these weird like just in between moments, and it sucks. Just posting in chat to everybody saying, watch to see if previous day high supply holds or not. That's really your main focus, is the previous day high supply. Like I said, you had a good single candle retest that led to a good green print after, so you are still in bullish control. But at the same time, you have to be aware that you've only had a single candle retest after a higher open pump. So you might want to see more price action occur here at the previous day high supply to really sell you on the fact that bulls are definitely still in control. But right now, not looking too bad. Microsoft still holding their highs. Apple's a red candle right now, but they're basically at their high of day. Amazon just hit that high of day and wicked. Tesla stuck inside of their inside bar still. Google, Meta, all moving up higher. We know that because XLC is up 2 and over a quarter%. Massive day by XLC sector. Banks retaking higher levels, both Berkby and JPM. UNH struggling, so see what healthcare ends up doing. Second largest sector, so it is important to check that one. See SPY just chilling here. My bad, Daffy. I gotta check it out now. Sorry, I was updating and I kind of lost track, so I'll pull back. And yep, 30 minutes still holding above that previous day high supply. Like I said, previous day high supply really is your main focus right now on any time frame, really. Well, except maybe the daily, because that doesn't really matter. Not until we see the end of the day on that. But yeah, 5, 15, 30 minute, all these are looking really good over that previous day high supply still. But like I said, I just want to see some more information there first. So far though, you are bullish. Let's see if the trend continues, or is this just another lower high being put in place? The daily looks great though. If you just turn on the 9 EMA, it actually looks like it wants to go test, what is this level? 417, 417.30s ish. I would say that looks like where SPY's wanting to go react towards, at least from the daily perspective, which actually perfectly lines up with this level here. This is the what is this? This is the Thursday supply, I believe. Thursday supply. Yeah, Thursday high supply. Which we left this mark because it never got, you know, re-invalidated or anything. So that would actually be perfect if we were to go smack that real quick. Well, maybe not real quick, but over the course of a couple hours or something. We'll see, though. Kind of trading indecisively here, but still holding their ground. New high of day again. Wall Street bear Michael Wilson from Morgan Stanley said investors hoping for a boost to stocks by the end of the year will be disappointed. He said chances of a fourth quarter rally have fallen considerably. General Motors said to reach tentative agreement with UAW to end strike, which I do believe, if anybody here cares about the UAW strike, I do believe the Stellantis part of that has been done. I think they're all good. I think STLA is fine now. I think it's GM and Ford still dealing with it, but it looks like they're all reaching agreements now, ending the month-plus long strike. Those auto companies are feeling the pain. See, the pain isn't because they had so many workers. It's the fact that they had a lot of workers stop working at their most high productive sites. A lot of their sites that were making most of their money, all those workers were part of those strikes. That's why that strike mattered. I personally didn't really care for either side. I mean, I don't know. They're already making a pretty good amount. They're asking for pretty crazy percentage increases. If they were asking for like 5-10%, I think they would have already made the agreement, but they're asking for like 20-25%, and it's kind of making these companies have to like actually negotiate, not just, oh yeah, 5-10%. No, they'll probably meet them in the middle now, which is, that's how negotiating works. But at the same time, it's like, Jesus Christ. Everybody hates the government and hates big corporations, but then you have these like union strikes where it's like literally gonna end the companies if they keep doing things like that. And then everybody talks shit about these car companies because they take bailouts. It's like, are you guys serious? Are you serious? Please read up on economics, please. Because if you did, you'd realize bailouts are a needed necessity. They're a needed evil. Why do you think Boeing still exists? Do all of us think Boeing is a profitable company? Fuck no. They're never going to profit. But they're going to keep getting bailed out, and they're going to continue to exist because we need them. They're a needed company. They're a needed backbone of our country. We need them. Other airlines need them. Our defense program needs them. So they're not going anywhere. It doesn't matter if they flip a profit or not. And there's companies like that that exist all around the market. It doesn't matter if they flip a profit, they're going to exist. As weird as that sounds, I know it's weird. There's plenty of companies, though, that are on the stock market that don't make money, and we don't need, though. We are still holding over previous day high supply, guys. We'll see if this breakdown ends up continuing. I do like this hold here so far, though. They could just get a new high of day. This would be very good fuel for them to push through 416, not just to it. Now that we have more consolidation here. Triple Q's perfectly rejecting. I believe that's the Thursday supply we were kind of looking at for SPY. But for Triple Q's there, they're already up and hitting them and rejecting perfectly to the cent. See if everything keeps up that way. Tesla's still moving lower. They're at their low of day now. XLC stocks are still on it. They're up 2 1/3%. Let me see what AMD did. Okay, they're just still in range. Nothing new. Netflix doing really good. Coin at the bottom of that area I talked about with you guys on the daily. I said they really need to hold this to show any kind of bullish continuation. They actually end up failing through our kind of intermediate level last week, and then just continued to tank. Trapping a lot of longs in that. I remember a lot of people getting into longs, not just in our chat, but across the social medias. I remember everybody bullish on coin, so you definitely know some money got trapped in there. Yeah, guys, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Good morning to you if we already didn't say it. And hopefully you have enjoyed some of the updates so far. At the very beginning of every stream, we start off with just kind of going over the chart on bigger and smaller time frames. We go over the game plan on what we want to see from bears, what we want to see from bulls, and what really the main focus is from a non-biased standpoint. Which you can read a little bit of a summary of that at the left side of my screen there. We go through the sectors, we go through Triple Q, SPX, we go through all kinds of weights, answer all kinds of questions, cover many topics. But we mainly focus on price action and price history here. That's really our main focus. Candlestick patterns, finding good price action with good positioning. And it does look like the pullback is continuing a little bit. Looks like Triple Qs are to blame, exiting that area of supply from last, I believe, Thursday. It's Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, I think it's Thursday. good updates by Peoples. I won't even bother reposting on Trade Floor. You already got it covered. If it's not Jack, it's Pebbles. If it's not Pebbles, it's Jack. You guys own the Trade Floor. I love to see it, man. Leading by example, too. Because you're just posting, you know, how you want to post anyway. But it's going to help a lot of people read that. Also, really good post by Daffy on the dollar on the Trade Floor. So if you guys want to check some really just quick, clean updates by the team, really, it's not even just by me. Go check out the Trade Floor. There's a lot of really good updates right now. But yeah, good job, Daffy and Jay. Good morning, Crater. Really excited to see when your name pops up. Ha ha ha. Bottom of the GP from that uptrend is previous day open, also where the 5-minute 9 EMA is sitting. What's up, Timmy? How you doing? And yeah, right now we're looking to see, does the previous day high supply continue to hold, or do we get a breakdown of this momentum? You do have a good, very bullish higher open. They've pushed through the previous day high supply. Very good sign. Had a little bit of a single candle retest there. Didn't really get going into anything though. And already back down to square one. So now we'll see, do they continue to hold? If so, this looks really good for bulls. If not, then we could be seeing a potential creation of a high and lower high for bears to try and crack this down. But yeah, drop green or red candlesticks, depending on what you believe is about to happen. Again, it's a nice fun little guess, because we don't have any evidence of anything yet. Right now, you just have short-term bullish control, but right now, you're getting a pending response. You don't know who actually has it right here yet. But throw out your red or green candlesticks, what you think is going to happen over the next 10, 20, 30 minutes, depending on how long it takes. You guys know just as well as I. Some of these don't just happen in 5, 10 minutes. Some of these take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, a little over an hour. So we're not going to rush it. We're going to be patient. We're going to point out what's happening from where. I would have laughed so hard if somehow you sent a yellow candlestick. I guess it would be fair to add a yellow or a white candlestick so we could have an in-between audience. We don't always need to be bullish or bearish. Damn, those candlesticks are like really easy to look at. I had to Photoshop one of those. I don't remember which one. I think it was the green one. And then the red one, I'm pretty sure I took from online. Getting a perfect reaction. Again, that's really all this is for now until we see something else. But a nice reaction at the bottom of that area of supply, trying to hold it as demand. Potentially seeing a resistance turn into support. If a lower high is made here, though, this is going to look beautiful for Poots. Oh, that's right, man. How you doing? Doing good. The red rash has me. Hurt like a bit, but oh well. Damn, man. Well, I hope you recover, for real. All you need is time. And then you'll look great again. And you'll feel great again. Just looking at the dollar, if the weakness continues, I can see short-term bullish on equities. Ooh, good added on information. Again, like I said, guys, check out that Discord and check out the Trade Floor if you want to get some cool little free updates from the gang as a whole. Everybody goes in there as a collective and posts their updates, their plans, what they think is going on, with evidence of it too, not just saying what they think, but also posting good charts, good breakdowns with their levels. It's always fun to see it from me or Daffy or Leland, but it's even more fun when you see it from the members, because it's like, okay, this shit does work. Which it does, so it's nice to see that. The Noxta. The Nocta emoji. Let's see if we have an update yet. No update yet. How was the stream so far, though? Hopefully you guys are getting a kick out of some of the updates. Nothing really crazy. Yeah, Meta is on another level today. That whole XLC sector is on crack. Like, other sectors opened higher and had good green moves and stuff. You know, real fancy like. I mean, yeah, XLK, cool. But you go to XLC and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Again, that's your Meta. That's your Google. That's your Netflix. Very, very impressive. Yeah, Meta up 4%. Still going. They just popped a new high. They said, what, slow down? They might be single-handedly holding SPY here. That's the funny part. Let's see, though. Did they get the pump to 413 or 417.30, sorry? Or did they get the breakdown under 414? Which, again, you're really looking for a breakdown under 413.50s, not 414, because today's open is literally 45 cents away. So I don't know if I'd ignore that. I'm kind of signaling to everybody, look for a hold of 414 or a break of 413.50s for your next scalp. Said Tesla's looking weak. Break under the 205 support. Oh, yeah, they're breaking multiple days lows. Remember, this is also the inside bar setup that D-Touch talked about. Oh. This candle here had this candle trade within it, so we have an inside candle. You're currently getting a break of that, which it did look like they reached out just a hair outside of that. We'll see if they continue, but that does look super bearish, just candlestick-wise in the 5-minute. Let's go see the 15. 15 still kind of panning out. Maybe give it another 3 minutes or so. Another 18 for your 30. Yeah, inside bar not looking too hot for them. Still just trading around the previous day high supply, looking to see if we can get a hold of 414 or a breakdown. We have weights kind of pulling back. We have some of them pulling back and holding supports. You have some of them not even pulling back at all. A lot of your XLC weights are a lot of your stronger ones. Honestly, XLC probably needs to be your top watch right now, because if XLC slows down, the market's probably pulling back. Because that was your strongest sector. So I'd keep an eye on that. Put this back to the 2-day 5 minutes so I don't have to keep zooming in. Yeah, I guess, yeah, we really just need to keep watching. One, I guess if Tesla keeps dumping. Two, do your Google, Meta, Netflix combination, do those keep slowing down or do those pick back up? Yeah, that needs to be the focus right now. Does Tesla keep breaking and does XLC keep getting more weak, or do they hold any part of their gains? Reminding everybody that SPY is just above today's open. Be careful of a bounce. That's why 413.50s is the break under and not previous day high supply. For anybody who might be wondering. Again, order of operations. That's another great example of that right there. You wouldn't choose one level because it ignores the other. Oh, they flushed it. See if they end up breaking under. Hey, good stuff, Taylor. Quick 15%. Tesla's still breaking the inside bar for anybody who was watching that. SPY is still flushing its today's open. Hey, good stuff, Pebbles. I saw the updates coming in myself too, man. Good stuff. You and Mel too. Mel said he entered puts. A couple other people in here said they entered puts. I'm proud of you guys. Every single one, or not every single person in here, but a lot of you guys, when I said were you green or red, a lot of you guys answered red, and then the guys who did answer red said that you are entering puts. Very good job. I think I could see why some of you entered early, because we saw not just the break into overhead supply, but then you saw the rejection of it, and it's like, well, that might have been your lower high. You know, without even drawing a fib, you could kind of see that. So I could see why some of you were in early or jumping into puts before the breakdown happened. Therefore, when it did happen, it paid out. Because you, again, were on the side of the ball not everybody was betting on yet. And then when it did go, well, you get all their money. Because they're betting against you. Or they didn't jump in yet. Good stuff to everybody who took the initial break of that gap fill. Looks like a lot of you guys are getting pretty good scalp percentage exits on those. I saw a couple of you say 15. We just sold one for about 34%, so I know if you took that trade, you at least made 20, 30%. Not bad though so far. Got a higher open, we got a break of the previous day high supply, and we pretty much just have one break and one single candle retest to the upside and downside of that previous day high supply. So no full retest today, you're just getting single candle retest today. Does everybody see that? Is everybody up to speed? We all understand that. I don't want anybody sitting here thinking, oh, I missed out on the play. I don't even know what it was. I want everyone to make sure that I want every 85 people in here to understand why that looked good for puts, for quick scalps. If not, and you're not a scalper, that's okay. You're not looking to do that, totally fine. Sorry guys, I was typing on trade floor. I was breaking down what is an LH, what is a lower high, just in case anybody might not know in that trade floor. I wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page. So if you want that breakdown, you can go check that as well. Hey, totally fine, Creator. We're looking for another one right now. Honestly, right now, I would wait until you see a better lower high rejection again, which can happen in what 2 spots, guys? I want to ask this. If you can answer these 2 questions, I know that you can trade. So try to answer this, and if you don't get it right, that's okay. That doesn't mean you're stupid. That just means you need more time. So don't take it that way. But guys, what are the two spots from here? If I'm looking for a Lee test, lower high, any kind of lower high rejection, what are the two areas I'm going to be looking at right now for a lower high rejection? What are the two areas that I'm going to be looking at? Both of them are marked. Correct. One of them is today's open. So I can possibly get the lower high from today's open. And the gray zone, exactly. The second one is the gray zone. Maybe we don't just stop past it. Maybe they're like, oh, we like today's open. We're cool with this. And you get the rejection here. That is the second area that you're looking out for that. So those are the two bearish scenarios you're looking at, besides, of course, just the continued flush of 412.85. That'd be a very obvious scenario. I don't think we'd have to go over that one. But those are the three scenarios, I guess you could say, for your bears. What's the one for bulls? You need to see a continued hold here. You need to see a retake of today's open. You need to see a retake of previous day highs. You need to see a retake of not just the previous day highs, supply portion, but also the entirety of this previous day highs. And then you're looking good for higher lows. So you can see a lot more bullish base building is needed right here for them to get signals going, over the fact that bears have already initiated bearish confirmations. One, possibly getting a second here. So make sure you're stacking these kind of in order. Oh, this is bearish. Oh, this is bullish. Okay, now we're bearish. Okay, now we're bullish. Now we're bearish. Now we're bullish. You need to be able to break that down. But yes, if you answered at today's open or the previous day high supply, the gray zone, you are correct. Those are the two areas in which you should be looking for a secondary lower high. If, of course, we don't just get the continued flush of 412.85. But do you see how I'm using the next thing? Oh, this is the next thing above. This is the next thing below. Next thing above. Next thing below. There's always something next. I'm giving myself something next to go off of. You could make the opposite conversation too if you wanted to be like, well, what if you're looking for bullish breakouts? What if you're looking for bullish higher lows? Well, where are the two areas you need to be looking then? Well, one, we already broke today's open, so you're not going to be able to say that. But one, the golden pocket control point area, which is pretty close to our two bigger time frame levels here anyway. So you got a little bit of a region, I guess, to look at for potential base building or potential higher lows to take bulls back up. Or the full retest, which would be the entire overnight gap, where they moved up from the previous day to now, which, Jesus, they just whipped that all the way. Let's fix that. How far did that go? 408.90? I'll probably fix it to put it above 412.86, because that is not going to be fun to zoom around. And yeah, Tesla's still dumping from that inside bar. Good breakdowns by Kai. We're showing this from the post. And then, yep, one of the four main buying setups used here as a community. Current day open, pre-market high, good update by John. And then Kai kind of adding on to my point. He said the 1 minute also shows a perfect retest of the 50% fib, which you can see was perfectly hit. So if you go from the move down after we broke back into that previous day high, from there, they rejected the 50% of that move down. So very, very, very clean breakdown. He said also combining that with the previous day high. Very, very good breakdown. But good job on Tesla if anybody was focused on that inside bar. Looks like Amazon did break within the first 5 minutes, made to my first target above, but they're still just trying to hold on to those previous day highs. Alright, so I'm going to change this wick to 408.90 when this candle finishes. Alright, let me change this to say 408.90. I mean, not 408.90. What am I saying? 412.86. We're not gonna sit here and go around that fib all day, or around that wick all day long. We saw the wick happen. We don't need to sit here and stare at it and zoom around it 60,000 times today. So I'm just gonna correct it so I don't have to deal with it. Y'all should not do that to confuse yourself, but if you ever need to fix it, you just go to correct bar and you can literally go and re-delete any of your edits that you've done. I pretty much just edit the ones that have really long wicks. They are really struggling at that 412.85 level. Where does this level come from? This is one of those moments where I'm like, what is this? So let's color it orange so we remember what it's from. Go to the 5-day 5-minute. Okay, we instantly see it's not from the smaller time frames. So go to your daily now. Okay, it's definitely from the daily. And it's an emerging candle from April 13th, 2021. They seem to be sticking around that a little bit. They're still trying to break it, though. Saw them push under it a little bit here multiple times, but they keep wicking it. A little bit of an inside bar on the 5-minute. If they're to close lower, that'd be a good sign. They want to test 411.70's 412.15 area. Which they just got very, very, very close to doing. So I could see some good risk reward for bulls start to step in here more and more. The longer you hang around the golden pocket control point, the more this is going to start looking good for bulls short term. But only up into that previous day high supply right here. Because we didn't get anything to hold over it. We got a single candle retest, we got one move, and then they broke it, single candle retest back down. They gave an equal reaction to that level. Yep, good post, Mr. Shadow. He said Tesla's breaking last week's weekly candle, which is very impressive. Father Duty's calling you, Duders. See you later, Daffy. Hope you have a great rest of your day, man. Hopefully nothing too crazy. Tesla big psych level at 200. Great update by B Ferg. I love to see that you guys are focusing on Tesla so much because they are giving a good solid technical breakdown. Just be very careful, of course, of those psychological levels near flat 200. I like the update. I like the update. Good update by Mel. And honestly, good job to a lot of you guys. Thank you guys for answering back and answering some of the questions. A lot of you guys called out puts on your own. I didn't have to sit here and, make it clear as day. You guys really did a lot of the work today. I took 30%. It was like 34% on a move down, and it was literally just reading y'all's comments. I didn't once sit here and go, oh God, what is he gonna do? We posted the plan. I kind of just followed the momentum of what everyone in here was saying, and then I took profits. That's how easy it should be. That's how good your system should be. My system is so good, I can teach it to other people, and then they call it out to me. That's how good it is. Now, we're not going to keep doing that, because that's a very bad thing to do, but I'm very happy for a lot of you guys, because y'all make it really easy to trade. Especially when everyone's on the same page, everyone's focused on the same thing. You can see everybody took time to prep. And guys, they are still wicking and holding 412.85. Sorry guys, somebody in the chat asked me. They said, new here, so how to decide if I should take the pullback or change my bias and go short? Stupid question. Sorry, it's not a stupid question. Great question. They're basically just adding on to the other stuff I'd already posted in here, which is up here. Where am I at? Here we go. Kind of going over the lower high where it came in at, and then he asked, you know, where do you switch at? And then I was letting him know. Well, it's when the lower high is at a good spot, like at a previous day high supply. Supply equals a seller area, right? And if we make a bearish signal in a bearish area, then we're bearish. It's simple as that. We're not going to try to make this super complex, right? Until proven otherwise, at least. But that was for a scalp. It's time to see what do we do next. Do we get another lower high under that previous day high and push towards 411.50s, 410s if we do get that rejection and continuation down? Or do we see a hold here and see them try to break over today's open, make a higher low, and re-break previous day highs as a bullish retake? Then we're looking good for bulls. So it's good to have a game plan for both sides at all times. No bias.
Damn, Tesla hit under 200 for a second. They keep wicking it. A lot of buyers are buying at 200. XLC did keep getting weak. You can see Meta kept getting weak. So who wants to guess why we pulled back? I'm going to post a fun little post on the trade floor. Good post by TJS. Market makers must have seen that we were posting these, had to bless the BB community. I just wanted to see that you guys knew, because Tesla is a very significant support and they're breaking significant levels, right? Moving lower. At the same time, the main sector that was pumping finally slowed down. So it was just multiple things at once popping up. I wouldn't necessarily say it was, oh, SPY, it's because Hamas, SPY fell. Like, no, it has nothing to do with that. That was earlier momentum. We're on to other momentum right now. So don't be one of those people that go around blaming news and this and that every single time. That's already been priced in. That's already priced in until more news comes out. We're not on that anymore. We're on the technicals again. If a big chunk of SPY moves lower, what is SPY going to do? Move lower. So let's keep it logical. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it vague, short and sweet, to the point. We don't need to make all this noise. We don't need to make it confusing. We don't need to make it sound like we're some super high IQ community. We don't need to make it sound like that. It's as simple as that. A large piece of SPY moved lower, so SPY moved lower. What was our confirmation? Well, they finally broke under previous day high supply, and they broke under today's open. What are they working towards? Potentially, they're working towards the halfway point, which we also call the control point, or the CP, or the golden pocket. These are both drawn from the previous day close up to today's open, again, because we had a gap up. So we're going to draw that. We're going to see what is that halfway point. This is most likely where they're trying to head. It's a simple plan. And yeah, good update by Shadow. He said Tesla break to 198 after it broke that 200. 198 is being tested. They hit 196. They keep just kind of teetering here, though. Good updates, good updates. Be very careful if you're in shorts. I just don't want you to get trapped randomly. But if you did take some shorts, you did amazing, because the break of 200 probably gave you a really good IV pump. Tesla Wicks jumping $4 down and back up in 1 minute. Tesla acting spooky, scary for Halloween. Yeah, it is Halloween, isn't it? Or is that tomorrow? No, it'd be tomorrow, I guess. Actually, we figured it out. Everyone has a different Halloween. One and done for the day. 50% return. Building back capital after build distribution last week. Love you, Bueller. We'll post trade later today. Awesome, Eric. I would love to see that, man. Thank you again, and kick-ass trade. I'm very happy for you. And good job keeping that mindset. You know, you kind of spent some money last week, and then you come into this week, and you try not to let it have control of you. Very, very good job, Eric. That is true trader strength. Round of applause to you. God, they're so close to hitting target. I'm going to just let people know. Don't be greedy. I said, don't be greedy, TP or scale out here from shorts until we see more lower highs or a break of the CP/GP combo. Look at that. Buyers are already ruining a lot of that momentum. If you were someone who entered a same-day contract here, you're probably break even now. because of this one green candle. If you're not break even, you're probably very close to it. That's why you do not be greedy. You aim towards your targets. Don't sell as soon as it touches it. You want to sell as it gets towards it. You want to sell towards that momentum. Be part of the momentum that gets caught. You don't want to be part of it as it's trying to transfer back over and say, hey, short-term buyers. Because even if it does continue lower, so what? This ruined the momentum of your contract now. Yeah, McDonald's is doing great. Their earnings were pretty good, from what I saw at least. Nice to see them also get that positive reaction. Alright, pretty good updates in the Discord. I can focus on YouTube again. Good job, Mel. He's all out and in cash. Very happy for you, Mel. And good call-outs earlier, Mel. You and a couple people were in here. We had Cam and a couple people in the Discord. Everybody was calling out pretty much puts at the same time, so I was happy to see that. Everybody was on the same page. Though at first it was looking really good for bulls. You had the higher open, you had the single candle retest over, you even had the continuation over. Then we had indecision, which that's a little bit more bearish indecision. And then you had a retake of that area again, and almost like the opposite right here. This candle basically popped up right here, and they rejected it and then pushed it away. So this one was trying to hold on top and push out. This one was trying to hold from under and keep us in range. Then they dump it, make the new low, confirming that this candle was bearish. So it's like a stronger 40% entry. And then you get another break, the very next candle under today's open. So you get 1, 2, 3 confirmations all in a row. Again, it's all about stacking confirmations in a row and reacting. Planning. Sticking to what you planned. Anything outside of what you planned is just guessing. We're just gambling. You're just throwing money at the chart. So if you took any trades in line with anything I just said, you probably took a really good trade. Because it's kind of easy to see now that we're reflecting, but also a really good breakdown by the community as a whole. Not just 1, not just 2, not just 3, but a lot of people posting at the same time. So that's what I like to see. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody reading the chart how it's supposed to be read. And look at the power of an inside bar break. Leland is on fire. Another really big gain by Leland on another inside bar. Remember on the daily, I'll even redraw it. So the previous day here, you had this day here, and then you had this day, trade within the highs and lows of that day. So we have an inside bar. So now you're looking for the break of this level to this level, but in this case, you wouldn't, because these levels are too close to each other, right? So you need to have an outside low, you need to have probably an emerging candle. You guys all probably had 200 marked because it was the psychological level. And then outside of that, you probably had historical levels for the most part. So let's see how that looked. So you had the inside bar, you had that extra low hit, and then you had that further out low hit. Look where the buying is occurring, around 200. So good job anybody who took that. But it looks like Leland took that chart apart. Let's go back to SPY though, and let's zoom in and see what's going on. And guys, definitely go check this out. I went and I got all y'all's messages from today, because some of you were like taking puts, getting into Tesla puts, taking profits. Some of you were like, check out my review. Some of you were taking profits and already reviewing. You had, Leland with his gains. We had people in Discord saying they're getting puts. Here's the review of what we did. And it's just crazy to show like I'm not marketing myself. Like, you guys do it all on your own for me. Like, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go pay a group of people from India or Japan and say, hey guys, market me, or go pay other bigger traders to be my friend. I don't have to do any of that, because we build a good system to where we can do it all on our own. Everybody's trading with each other. We don't have to have everybody just follow Bueller, or everybody just follow Leland. Like, no, it's everybody working together, because we all learn the system. Because we're all trying to be on the same page. We're not trying to be some, weird sheep community where we all follow one person. We're not doing that crap. Because this is an actual trading community. But yeah, definitely go spam that tweet if you see it, because you guys deserve it. I always love to give you guys as much praise as I possibly can, because I really do believe in positive reinforcement. When, of course, it's applicable, because some of you guys don't deserve it, then some of you guys do something great and you think you deserve it, but in reality, you deserve it when you aren't thinking about it. You deserve it when you're working your ass off, when the community is moving forward. You don't need to be looking for recognition. So I always like to make sure you say your system. Exactly, it's your system, it's y'all's system. It's not just mine. We call it the BB system. You have the TA, emerging can, all that crap. Who cares about the labels? It's your system. You guys trade off price history, pattern recognition, price action. This is all you now. This isn't my system. This is our system. If you've taken the time to learn it, it's just as much yours as it is mine, is how I see it. But you'll have people who run other chats, other Twitters, other groups, and they'll preach this system as their own. It's crazy. And some people give recognition, some don't. Who cares? What I care about is you guys. What I care about is seeing you guys understand the system. Who cares what Sniper Trader 204080 is doing over here, or this guy's doing? We don't care about what they're doing, right? We're focused on our community, the people within our community, right? So that's where you need to be applying your energy within the community, posting charts of breakdowns beforehand, posting reviews of what you did afterwards, or a mental rep you might have liked. Anything. But go into the server, put your energy in there. That's where it needs to all be. asking questions, answering questions. Maybe you see somebody answer a question and it's something you've known for years. It's something you've gone over many times with people in chat. So it's something you can answer very quickly. Then do it. It's very good for you to practice that as well. But I wanted to go over that because you guys deserve the praise. I love seeing everybody kick ass. Everybody in this community is seriously like the greatest. I love every single one of you. It's just nice to see an actual trading community for once. You know, you look around Twitter and all this shit, it gets old, you know? Hey guys, follow my signals. We're making 1,000,000,000% every week. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. If you were, then why are your members leaving you every week? You know? And I don't care about if people leave or join this community or not. What I care about is the people who are going to stay here. I want those people to have structure and stability. That's all I care about. By the way, guys, you did get the test of today's open. We talked about the possibility of this happening. And guys, we finally have a stock market update. So what's moving the market today? Bouncing back after the S&P 500 entered correction territory with Friday's close. Looking ahead to a busy week, strength in mega caps, and watching movement in treasuries. Hey, good stuff, Pebbles. I said, this is what I like to call limbo mode because we had the bearish setup play out and a short-term bullish reaction that isn't retaking anything. Range is stuck between golden pocket and current day open. Let me know if you need help reviewing that. Because we were talking about the lower high test hit. Time to watch if it holds or not now. This is short-term bearish until you see a pop over current day open. Damn, y'all remember when triple Qs were up almost like 2% or like 1.5 or so? Now they're like back down to just 0.75% up. Not even an entire percent. SPX came all the way down to 41.3290s. So yeah, very nice pullback so far. Making sure everybody's alive in the Discord. Everybody seems to be fine. Alright, cool. Damn, dude, you got Sniper Trader on blast lately. How did he hurt you? Now, honestly, guys, when I think of Sniper Trader 204080, I try to, like, he's like the epitome of everything I hate in terms of, like, other trading communities, in terms of, like, people who post big gains, but if you look at, I'm not shitting you, if you just look at the trading strategies they use, you'll look and you'll be like, wait a minute. You're not actually trading. Like, you'll look instantly and pick up on that. You'll be like, wait a minute, this isn't real. Like, this is all fake. This can't be real. You were using TTM squeeze, now you're using an EMA system, now you're using price history all of a sudden. How the hell did you get to this point? You know, and people can change over time, but people like that don't. So be very careful of that. Clickbait, yeah, clickbait big time. But just, I don't know. Sniper Trader 204080, I think is what I say. 204060, 204080. It's one of those. It's just like the epitome of, like, every toxic thing you can think about somebody. Put that into Sniper Trading 204080 and then talk shit on him, because it's the worst. But it just gets it out of your system. And I like to not name names. So he's a great example, because I can go over what I want to go over without trashing somebody. Because, dear God, if somebody's clout from their daddy, you know, dear God, if they find me and want to hurt me. And want to hurt my... See, they can hurt me all they want. They can hurt my channel all they want. I don't care. What I don't appreciate is if they reach out to me and attack me and try to hurt my community. That's when it's like, alright, you're kind of overstepping boundaries here, dude. Relax. Your dad played as a professional soccer player, dude. Calm down. I'm a first-generational, rich, wealthy trader. Nobody's ever given me anything. You literally look up this man's father... Professional soccer player. Yeah, on average, what do soccer players make again? And I'm not talking about your American soccer players. I'm talking about European, overseas, your fancy actual football soccer. Those guys make a bag. Now imagine your father did this for 10, 15, even almost close to 20 years. Do you think you would be poor? No, probably not. You'd probably be very wealthy. You'd be well off. Could you retire and do nothing the rest of your life? No, probably not. You'd probably still have to do something because it's your dad's money at the end of the day. But could you tell somebody that you're a first-generational trader? No, bullshit. Horseshit. You can't. Yeah, tens of millions. And it's funny because you'll have people tell stories like that, or you'll have people tell stories like, I went to prison, I came back, I want to make people rich. No, you didn't. You went to aid school. This is juvenile delinquency school. You went to a place where kids go to, dog. Relax. You didn't go to hardcore prison. You didn't have to watch yourself when you went into the showers. You didn't have to do any of that shit. And that's what these traders will do. They'll market fake stories about themselves just to create some energy out of you guys, to create some sort of arouse. They try to cause arouse. And it works every single time. It's amazing marketing techniques. It really is. But at the same time, it's a little scummy. Because it, again, is all a lie. And you can find this evidence online. It's open public information. It's not some conspiracy. Again, we're not naming names. We're still attacking Sniper Trader 204080. But it's just funny. These people could have thousands of followers. Almost be encompassed by how much following they have, right? You know, can't even pay attention to the noise because of how much following you have is what I mean. And then still have the energy to attack someone with no following. It's mind-blowing. It is hilarious. It's very funny. So yes, attack Sniper I can't even say his damn name right. Sniper Trader 204080. Also, it attacks people like when you say like, "Oh, I called it." Like when I say it, I'm not saying it in like a toxic way. I'm saying it in terms of like, "Oh, guys, remember when we went over this? Well, now it's playing out. We called it. We did it together." Like when I'm saying it, I mean it like as a community, like as a whole, we called it. But when you have other people do it, it's sometimes not toxic, but sometimes you'll get that kind of hint of like, look, I'm better than you, or look, I told you it was going to do this. Why didn't you take my play? You literally would be positive right now. You'd be making money right now, but you're not. Instead, you're looking at AMC, you know, or whatever. You know, that's toxic because you didn't post something beforehand. You just kind of kept it to yourself, and then it worked. So now you're telling people, oh, look, guys, I called it. Whereas if you go back in their message history, they either did one of two things. They didn't say anything, or maybe gave like a hint of something and didn't really give any actual breakdown on what they're going for. Or two, even worse, they said two different things. They said, yeah, this is what bulls want. And then they'll come back through and say, well, this is bearish because of this. And they'll cover both stories. Therefore, in 30 minutes or an hour and 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours, they'll look really good because they can go back and just cut out one of those snippets. They don't have to cut out both. They can even delete or hide the other one, right? And they can go in and say, look, guys, look, I called it from here. Look, guys, yeah, look at this candlestick I called out at 1048, and look where it went since 1048, blah, blah, blah. So be very careful in who you go and work with or who you go and trade with. Fat air quotations, by the way. Because these are all people I have grown around. I've grown around all of the big, famous Furus. I've been around them for 5 years. I know exactly about each and every one of them. And I promise you, you're going to have a lot more fun trading on your own than going to any of those communities. I'm not even saying join mine over there. So I'm not even going from that perspective. Literally, you're better on your own than going to these communities. First fib on the day, 50%. Good job, Mel. And I'm not meaning to rant. It's just that was a good question, though. You know, did Sniper Trader hurt you? Like, no. But it's good to give you guys kind of a reason for why I say that, though, because there is a lot of stuff like that, and I do understand through the lens of a member of my community how that feels, because I've seen multiple times from you guys when you join my community. You come from one of these guys every single time. Every single time, it's from one of these clowns I'm talking about. And I'll discuss with you guys. I'll be like, well, what did you lose? Or how did you do? Or, you know, what's up? And y'all will just come to me so lost. You won't even hit me with, I'm down $60,000 or anything like that. Your messages are always like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I just know that this guy fucked me. I know that I'm sad. I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. And that's all I give people, structure and stability. I'm not even going to sit here and say, yeah, I'll make your money back. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll make it all back. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not going to make those false promises. But what promise I will make to you is that if you engage, if you stick with this community, you will grow. I don't know about your account. That will be on you. But you will grow. You will have a further understanding of what you're actually looking at. Because we give you an actual technical way of looking at things. So don't go into the market trading because you're following someone that makes big percentages. Follow the person that's actually giving you the means of trading on your own. Follow the person that's literally throwing a fishing pole into your hands. I don't care how long you stick around and pay for a subscription. I don't care. You don't even have to. You guys have already seen proof you don't have to be subscribed to learn everything in this community or to be here every day. Now, you do need to subscribe if you want to engage more, but that's a whole nother topic. But my point is, though, you just need to focus on a system. I don't care what system it is. You need to focus on a system, and you need to stick to it for a while. Don't just trade because it didn't work for a trade or two. Don't give up because you don't feel right, because you don't feel good. Fuck all that. Quit being lazy. Focus on a system. Limit yourself to that system. Create invalidation points. Oh, I'm bullish as long as it does this. Okay, great. I'm bearish as long as it does this. Okay, great. Good. Give yourself that condition. We can remove that dot, by the way. Today's open has been broken 10 minutes later. They tested. 5 minutes later, reset. 5 minutes later, broke over. So now you're looking for a secondary lower high right here in any part of this area, kind of like we did here. Or they're going to break it, hold over, and be super bullish. So we'll see here in the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes what ends up happening around this potential supply. Yep, Matthew Perry died. I saw that this weekend. Rest in peace. I did see that. Very young. Very sad news. No, I agree. Very sad news. It's kind of fucked up how he went. TJS said, pretty interesting that this year we have seen Tesla go from 100 to 300 and now we're at 200. 50% fit? Yeah, literally. Chuck said, this is why I'm here, your tutelage, it's what I need. Thank you, Chuck. And I hope you're enjoying it too. I hope you've been, you know, collecting some of the pieces for yourself. Netflix up to 409, took 19%. Took the 407 retest. Kick ass, Jay. Love to see it hit and land. Bueller, so if we start seeing a bearish rejection around the supply area, we can expect more drop. But if it breaks supply, then we can look for more bullish moves. Yes, Sylvia. Does that make sense? I don't want to just tell you yes. Does that also make sense to you, though? Does that make sense why you're looking for bearish rejections against a previous day high supply? And what it can mean if it re-breaks back over, like you asked as well. Yes, it does. Okay, then perfect. Yes. You're getting it. You're getting it. So it's just, and Sylvia, to add on to your point too, to add on to your question, you know, it's kind of like my swing trading breakdowns. You know, when you're looking for a bearish, you know, swing, what are we looking for? A bearish candlestick pattern against a supply or against a resistance, right? Because a resistance or a supply equals an area of sellers, right? So if we were to find a bearish candlestick or a bearish rejection or a lower high against an area where we are expecting sellers, then that should only increase our probability and should only increase our confidence, and assuming that that should push back lower to whatever the target is underneath, whether it's the recent low or there's some new level we have right there, whatever the case may be. But logically, yes, that's what you're looking for. Until what? Until it breaks it again. Until it pops back over that. Right? So if they were to get back over that, I wouldn't be as bearish as I would be before then, right? Because it retook out what I was trying to confirm. Mel's taking the golden pocket fib. I think Mel's doing the fib if you take high of day down to that recent retracement. Let me just see if that's right. Yes, that is right. Stopped out at 50% profit. Damn, stopped out but 50%, Dave. I mean, it's a really good return. Where did you get in on the dip and you were taking it back up to above today's open, or what did you end up doing? But yeah, it looks like bears can step back in. They've rejected the previous day high supply and are trying to push back under that fib. If they maintain under that fib, you can get a nice flush. Oh my god, check this out, guys. He said, all talk, no action. I'm from the streets. I ain't letting this shit slide. Oh, my bad, Jay. He said, what exactly is Roku except for a streaming service platform? What makes it a technology company? I say this somewhat sarcastic. I just need help understanding why anyone would add it to their long-term portfolio. So, I'm personally not a Roku investor. I don't believe in them. I don't think they'll do great over the long term. But I've also had this question before, and I dove deeper too, and it really blew my mind. And Devin kind of opened my eyes on this as well, Nerdy Bicep. But it was blown. You kind of pointed it out too just now, Jay. You said the streaming platform. So what's crazy about Roku? And I don't know how to answer your question about the long-term portfolio because I personally wouldn't. But why someone might is because of how many devices Roku is inside of. It's not that people are going out and getting Roku and installing it into their devices. It's the fact that it's already installed onto so many devices. I don't remember the number. I'd have to look it up. But that is most likely why it has some attention for long-term, most likely. I'm not quite sure. I don't like them as much as its competitors because I just don't see it as the same thing. Now, if they see, this is what I said before. I said Roku is powerful because they're in so many devices, but they could be more powerful if they also created their own content, which they did try. They tried for a short amount of time. It cost a lot of money, didn't really pay out yet. We haven't really seen it pay off yet in terms of them pushing out their own content. You know how like Netflix has originals, HBO has originals, Disney has originals, all this stuff has originals, and their streaming platforms, right? Roku's not really that. Roku's more of a device, kind of the technicals, everything, connecting everything, and they have sometimes they'll have the Apple button, they'll have the Netflix button, they'll have the HBO button, the Hulu button. So Roku devices are pretty powerful in terms of like what they're a part of and who they connect. But besides that, that's really all they are. So personally, I don't know why someone would have that part of the long-term portfolio, but at the same time, I could see, okay, maybe they see some like longer-term control of just streaming services in general because they are, again, a part of a lot of devices, which let me look it up right now while we're talking about it. So here it is. So this is just between the United States, Canada, and Mexico. This is nowhere else in the world, right? They have about 73.5 million active accounts worldwide, which that's a lot. They're also the #1 TV streaming platform. Remember, TV streaming, not movies, not shows like on Netflix and all that stuff, on an actual TV like their Comcast or they're broadcasting some sort of, outside server from a different company, whatever. That is a lot. So not really important to you and me because we probably don't watch too much TV. But that is a lot. Now it says this figure is the company's highest active user total of all time as the user base increased by nearly 20% in just 20 years. And that's as of September 7th, 2023. So about a month ago. So the numbers are somewhat updated, somewhat active. And that's not even worldwide. They're only in parts of Europe. They're not in Australia. They're not in Russia. They're not in any of that. They're only in Latin America, North America, and parts of Europe. How many devices does Roku have? There are 5 Roku streaming devices, not including TVs and sound bars. That's crazy. So I don't know. That's the only thing I've been like eye-opened on for Roku. All right, so target hit, everybody. I was posting in chat saying they rejected. Hold under the fib can bring a nice flush. Try to relax as we get closer. Blah blah blah. I already said that to y'all. Short-term profits are already hitting. If you want to draw a chart on the 5-minute but trade the 1-minute, be my guest. Best for quick scalps so you don't miss out. Not bad movement so far though. That was when we were here. We've now pushed through. I can't type worth a damn. Saying flush hit from the lower high rejection of previous day high supply. Scale out and do not be greedy here if you're somebody who took that trade. If you've been paying attention, going along with my updates, scale out. Do not be greedy. You don't know that a higher low is not going to form, or that a higher low can form here. You have no idea. They could higher low it right here and take us to a new high of day. Do not be greedy. At least scale out. At least. But good job to anybody who saw the rejection of the lower high, previous day high supply. You said Tesla's pushing new lows again? Oof, man, they're getting chopped up around there. They're getting eaten alive. Great, I answered puts when we rejected supply when I asked the question. Good job, Sylvie. You should be taking profits right now, right? You should be scaling out, right? Let me know that you scaled out, Sylvia. I want to be happy for you. You did? Awesome. What percentage did you get? I don't care about how much money you made or whatever, but what was the percentage? If you want to do the math on that together, we can. You only I don't care how many contracts you had. It's okay. We're not worried about that right now, right? Right now, we're worried about learning, right? So we don't really care about how much we're making or losing or how many contracts we're using. We're just trying to get the reasoning down. So what was the cost of entry and what was the cost of exit? You want to go ahead and... We can do the math calculation together, Sylvia, if you want to. No, not you, Mel. Not you. And welcome, Harrison. I would give you the introduction, but I already know who you are. About 12%? Sure. Okay, cool. Mel, if you want to as well, give me your entry and exit. Give me cost and give me exit. Bueller, thank you for letting me borrow your Lamborghini. Anytime, Harrison. Anything for you, man. Anything for Harrison. And Harrison, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and run you through the vague bullshit update I gave everybody when you sign up. Welcome to the membership. Make sure to go over to the YouTube channel. Click on membership section here. Scroll on through. We have 72 videos meant for just you, plus extra posts within that. So have fun. We also have shorts. You also have access to emojis. Whoops, I didn't even give him the actual explanation. Go back to the YouTube channel. I don't know why I did that. But if you go to membership here and then click show perks info, you can actually see some, well, this crap. But then you can see also the awesome amount of emojis that you have access to. We have the glue stick, which stands for D-Touch. We got a couple BBs, got a couple Devons in here. We got Rambo, we got Leland, we got Daffy, we got Noxta. And we got some other junk in here too. I gave an IRL friend an actual breakdown of how to check out the channel. Jay, thanks for saving my family from a house fire last week. Also, I'll return your Porsche next week. Anytime, man. Make sure you wash it. No, Mel, I need entry and exit. You said out 9. I need entry and exit. Like, what was the cost of entry? What was the cost of exit? All right, so Sylvia gave me hers. She said it was bought at 0.21, sold at 0.24. All right, easy. That one's easy. You guys ready for some math? I know some of you hate this, but we're going to do it together. So how do we get this math, guys? We got to get the difference. So what's 21 to 24? 3, right? So 3. All right, now let's add a cheatsy method that I like. We'll call it the Bueller effect. Add 2 zeros to it. So you got 3 and a 0, 0, right? Now divide this 300 by your entry cost. Her entry cost was 21. Remember, 21 to 24 was 3. We added our 2 zeros. Now we're looking to divide the 300 by the 21, which we should get about 7%. But divide by 21 equals, oh, I don't know why I said 7. It's 14. About 14%. Sorry, I'm a little dumb. 14% though. So you get that, 14.28%. If you want to add all the other numbers, you can, but that's all you really need, 14. And bam, now we know, oh, Sylvia got to a 14% trade. No, you're good, Mel. You're good. I was just trying to help people with calculations. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. All right, we're good now. But good job, Sylvia, on your 14% trade. Also, I'm happy to see you asking questions and then taking it. Try not to do that too much. Something that you should do is once you've taken a real trade or you've taken a mental trade, to do the opposite. So you've taken a real trade, now you should be focused on taking mental reps the rest of the day. You don't need, remember, right now we're not worried about making a bunch of money. We're not worried about getting rich. Right now we're worried about understanding the system in front of us and limiting ourselves to it, not doing anything outside of it. Because anytime we step outside of the system, what are we doing? We're gambling. We're guessing. We're chasing. We're FOMOing. We don't know what's going on unless we're trading alongside our system. I gotta go to work 2 out of 2 today, so let's go. Have a good day, y'all. See you later, peoples. Good stuff to everybody. I'm glad to see everybody on Twitter. Make sure to go spam that tweet I sent out. It was really just promoting you guys. A lot of you guys called out all the plays today. Okay, I posted the chart. Thanks. Let me see. Alright, cool. Everybody in Discord is set. We got some plays called out today. Let's see what Mel did. Out at half at 82%. Definitely not a joke. That is a very, very nice percentage. Alright, so that was the first trade. We already saw that one. And then you got the lower high. Of course he perfectly caught it. Perfectly caught the one breakdown that we talked about here. We talked about the single candle retest here to break us back down. We talked about the lower high possibly forming around previous day high supply. And remember what I talked about. You guys don't know that a higher low isn't going to form here. Look what we possibly have forming here. You probably have people saying, oh, we're going to go back up now. This is why I say take profits when you're pushing towards your target, not when you perfectly hit it. Do not be OCD. Do not be an OCD trader. But guys, it's been 2 hours from the open. It's only Monday. We have a couple full day streams happening this week. I think we're going to do one Wednesday, and I'm going to try to do one Thursday like we did last week. So be on the lookout for tomorrow's just normal stream. But guys, thank you again for today's full or normal stream, sorry. A little over 2 hours. We, of course, start a little bit before the open, so I can give you guys a little bit of a pre-market breakdown of what's happening on the bigger and smaller time frames. What's the news, what's the earnings, what's the vibes for the day, what's the game plan. So really covering all that within 10 to 15 minutes before the open, and then we stream for about 2 hours. So I'm going to catch you guys later. Inside bar on the 5-minute on SPY. Yes, you do have one, Chris. Good eye. But guys, I'm going to leave you there with that. Please tune into the Discord if you want to catch more updates from fellow members. If you want to drop your own updates into the Discord, everybody's really just working together to get just good updates into there. It's not about being right or being wrong. It's about learning. So I hope to see more of you in there. I hope to see more of you guys inviting other people in there and just seeing more activity in there. I really hope that you guys continuously add this effect to other people. You guys are contagious. Seriously, you guys are seriously contagious. Every time somebody joins in here, they get latched on in here to stay forever. They get latched to learn the right stuff. It's almost like you guys are making better people out of people joining our community. It's crazy. So hopefully we continue to see this. We're like the Plankton Factory. So I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again. Love each and every one of you. And I will see you guys later.